Was it successful? Was the experiment successful?
We're not live till Marcel tells us we're live. You know the
Marcel, come on, man. Let us know. Did we make it? I don't think we're live.
Could be. We'll just keep talking until they tell us we are.
We'll just pretend.
We're live.
We might be.
We'll pretend we're not.
Welcome to the pre-show.
Tara, how the heck are you?
Like how I just sit here quietly.
Because you look over me, you're like, you're not Josh.
We finally go live and she's silent.
I know. I'm going to just comment.
Barking orders all morning.
Yes.
See, Marcel just confirmed.
Okay, I was waiting for Marcel.
Oh, phew.
Right. Okay, I just want
to... Okay, check the pulse.
You may notice this is not Josh.
This is Pale Josh.
This is Pale Josh.
Pale
this is
Josh.
Brock, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
That actually sounded genuine. Did you hear that?
That you appreciate me being here?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was that or you're on your own, which I don't think that would bother you, actually.
It probably wouldn't bother me that much. I don't know. It might. But I'm going to comment really quick on Kelly's balking that I'm barking orders at him. Okay. Context, people. Are you ready?
You do know I can mute your mic at any time, right?
Quiet, boss. Okay. Oh, here's Tall Brock. We also have Tall Brock here with us today. This is introducing Tall Brock. We have Brock and Tall Brock.
No, we have Pale Josh, Tall Brock.
Oh, Pale Josh and Tall Brock. Hi, Tall Brock.
We're not giving Tall Brock a mic.
He has a mic. It's right there. I see it. Okay. Here's the context. With the new, let's just say I might be struggling a teeny bit with the new show format. It has to be very precise. Drew might be a teensy bit persnickety. That's not the right word. He's just a professional, and I'm not at all a professional.
I'll get you there.
Tara's more the we'll do it live type of person.
That's right. I just go by the seat of my pants. So I have to hit my cues. It's horrible, but I've been working on it. I'm trying.
Yeah, this should be exciting.
So yesterday, my new overlords were screaming orders at me in a really nice way. Do this, do that. No, don't say that. And as soon as you tell me not to say something, I'm going to say that exact thing you told me not to say. Right?
Which is why we haven't gone live until now.
I know. So me telling Kelly type this and him being like, don't tell me what to do. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
No, I agree.
Okay, thank you. Tall Brock, do you have anything to comment to that?
Perfect.
Not even going to say anything.
Andrew, how the heck are you, man?
I'm already thinking of the great elephant. See, Tim, as soon as you tell me not to do something, I'm going to do it. This goes back a while, my friends. When I was like in, I don't know, second or third grade, this is going to surprise everybody, but I was a talker. And I would oftentimes get in trouble in school for talking. And my teacher said, if I hear another peep out of you, Tara, you're going to go to the principal's office. Guess what I did?
Peep.
You said peep.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly that. Yeah, exactly that. So, yeah. Anywho. All right. There's old PS Noob. So to give you some context to what was happening, and Brock asked me,
This was Discord earlier?
This was Discord earlier. Brock was wanting to know what was happening with the Snoopy snacks, which I've already patented. Don't worry, they're mine now. I think we need a podcast. We're going to call it, according to Alex, we're going to call it the Power Snarks podcast. Jake, can you get behind this and produce it? What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be Marcel and old PS Noob just arguing with each other, which is what they do best. I think it's going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
They love to argue with each other in Discord, and I'm going to be their number one fan. The swag is going to be Snoopy snacks.
Have they ever done it like live though?
They do it every day in Discord.
Right, but doing it like in chat, like on Discord, that's one thing. It's kind of like when dogs are barking at each other across the fence, and then the fence opens up and they just like walk away.
Good question. So you ask him to be in person, and then they'll just like pass out.
Right, they're just super friendly to each other. Man, you're the best. Yeah. I love you.
Rachel, why is he staring into your soul? What are you doing, Tall Brock? Stop it.
All right.
You're freaking people out.
It's over. I am. I'm freaking people out.
No, I love it. Keep it up.
I was just going to be a character that just sat here in the pre-show and didn't say anything ever.
And every single week it's going to be the same thing, but he's going to be in a different location.
Yeah. I was going to be up on the APC back there
I love it.
in the server box, but
love it.
I think it already got awkward. So
All right, so that's my. I guess I want to ask that question that Brock just brought up. Audience, what do we think? Marcel and old PS Noob, would they get stage fright, or would it just be battle royale? What's going to happen with our new podcast that we just thought of 6 seconds ago? Tall Brock,
We got to make it happen.
Tall Brock, what do you think is going to happen?
I think we're going to produce the podcast.
Obviously,
And
obviously.
I think everybody in the chat is going to come listen to it, and it's going to be a massive success.
But will our keyboard warriors actually come to the table, or will they not be able to fight in person?
Oh, they'll come to the table.
You think so?
They can never
bring
stay
it.
away from the table. That's
Brock, you say they're gonna wuss out. What do you think?
No, I mean, I think I know Marcel well enough that he'll bring it. I don't know if I know old PS Noob well enough to pass my judgment.
Oh, he's the head snark.
Okay, all right.
Tim's there. Okay, good. I like it. I don't know what Mike's saying. What is that, Tall Brock? Is that a youthful thing? I don't know what that means.
What, a
What's-
pugil stick?
Yeah, what's that?
You should know that. That's for violence.
like a pugilist.
Terry, you should
I
know
should
that.
know that. I am violent, but I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, can we have weapons on our podcast, Tall Brock?
That's an interesting angle to have like a weapon segment, but I mean,
I'm down. We all know how I like violence. Can I do it?
yeah, there's actually a weird tradition in my family that we could bring onto this podcast where my
Okay.
brother and my cousin have a tradition every Christmas where they give each other a weird weapon as their Christmas gift. This has ranged from tasers to like actual like medieval maces and like crossbows, and they give each other weird weapons. So we could go into
my
all of them
gosh.
on the
What a
show.
cool tradition.
It's pretty
I-
bizarre, and it makes us all laugh a
That
lot.
is awesome.
I think that's the first segment of
I mean-
episode 1.
We obviously can't do that tradition with Tara.
Why not?
I think she's going to be sad if.
Why? Why are you
can't give
taking my
you
fun away?
weapons?
Yes, we can, Kelly. Can I have weapons?
Okay,
No.
she could be on the show, but she can't touch the weapons.
Yeah.
That's rude.
There's got to be boundaries.
Well, it's mainly for all of our safety, including your own.
Because, Terry, you've already explained what would happen. The minute we tell you, please don't use that, don't poke me in the face with it.
Gray
bam.
elephant.
Yeah.
I can't help but notice that old PS Noob has disappeared from the comments, so I think we've answered our own question.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well,
That's
we might
upsetting.
have already
no, he'll be
claimed
back. He'll
a
be back.
victor.
Does
No,
that
he-
mean Marcel won?
PS Noob doesn't want to be there because that makes him an accessory or
To the violence?
accessory
Yes.
to murder. Yeah.
I don't. Ooh, Marcel, fighting words.
He got scared.
Oh, let him
Calling him
cook.
out.
Let him cook. He'll be back.
Speaking of weapons, I was driving home yesterday, and sure enough, there was like just 2 people out on their lawn, like full LARPing it out. I mean, they weren't in their get-ups or anything, but shield, sword, and just like really like going to town.
Was it like PVC padded weapons? We used to do that as kids.
I mean, you could tell they weren't actually like, metallic in any
Blades.
way. Yeah,
Yeah.
but they were legit, and they were like full on, like
Like putting in the work.
putting in the work, putting in the effort. Yeah, no, they were sweating out there.
Well, everyone's laughing now, but just wait. Like
Just wait. You don't know what's coming.
when the apocalypse hits, those guys are going to be putting us all to shame.
Yeah,
I don't know what LARPing is.
live action role playing. Don't
It's
ask
where
me how I know that.
a whole bunch of people get together and cosplay, but they take cosplay to a whole nother level where you're living out this story and you're battling each other physically. And watch the movie Role
It's
Models with
kinda like
Paul Rudd. It's,
Renaissance fair.
I was going to say, it's like the Renaissance Fair on steroids.
Yeah.
yeah,
But you said violence, so I'm there.
there's battles, yeah, and they'll play out their deaths and they'll get hit by an arrow and just be like,
You had me at violence.
LARPing is, Role Models is like the best cinematic representation of LARPing I think that you can find.
Are these okay? I don't mean this rudely, but are these normal people or?
Well, there's a
I
range.
don't want to be
Are
judgy,
any
but
of
I
us
wouldn't say.
normal? I mean, come on.
I don't know.
Are any of us normal?
I love fantasy things and D&D, but LARPing to me, I think is a little a bridge too far.
It's
But that's
another
just
level.
me. That's just
Yeah.
me. You know.
Okay.
It's intense. Like
Yeah.
I'll send you a video of LARPing later.
Oh, I can't wait.
You know, I've been
cannot
getting.
Wait.
I must have been getting into like strange places in YouTube because I've all of a sudden been getting these like people It's like octagon ring, but they're in there in like full plate mail with an actual sword, just like hammering on each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm here for it, and I cannot look away.
You know, it's a really, just while we're still on this subject, there was a news story, an actual news channel. There was LARPers that were out in a forest battling and living their lives, and they came across an actual dead body.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, wow.
And one of the LARPers got interviewed, and he didn't break character. So he's like,
Didn't
well,
he try to
we
revive him or something?
had Norkoth, our necromancer, check out the body, and he wasn't able to raise him from the dead. So we're not really sure how the authorities are going to handle this one. We're going to take it to the council.
Are you
I'm
joking?
Like, no, I'm not.
It's
this
so
happened.
good. I forgot about that.
What's a necromancer? Question.
Raises
like-
people from the dead.
Yeah, like a magic user that controls the dead.
Mm-hmm.
And so they get really into it, and they commit.
Yeah. These are the types of conversations we have when Josh isn't here.
This kind of seems like your thing, Talbrock.
What?
LARPing.
It does?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a joy to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's hilarious.
Like, I respect them all for getting out there and pursuing their passion.
Because it's acting. You're an actor. It seems
Right,
like
but I
you
get
dig
that.
it.
I scratch that itch in D&D, though. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I scratch it in video games like Elden Ring.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. Yeah, totally.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
we still got to get Tara to play Elden Ring and just
Totally.
see how it goes.
Yeah,
It's going to go really well.
Would chat like to see that? Would you guys like to watch Tara play some video games? Like, put what video game you would like to see her play. I mean, Elden Ring is probably a good one. I don't know how far she would make it.
Yeah.
All the way to the top, baby. What are you
Okay.
talking about?
All right, we'll just start her.
Okay.
We'll just start her in the DLC.
That's a 100-hour commitment at least. So you got to be ready.
Grand
Grand Theft
What?
Auto.
How many
oh my
hours?
Gosh, that would be funny.
How many
Grand
hours?
Theft Auto would be great.
How many hours?
I
did
mean,
you
Elden
say?
Ring, yeah, if you want to finish it, you're in at least 100 hours.
Are you joking?
No.
I just
Oh, yeah.
100%ed the main campaign, got all the achievements for it, and that was a journey. That was probably
it's like
about
a
100
project.
hours.
It's like a project.
So you got to be really committed to do this.
Yeah, I mean, and you just really love the game.
I mean, yeah, we would cut it up into little segments,
Yeah, oh yeah, like
Yeah.
edit it and make it
like
go
1,000
fast.
little segments.
Yeah.
Rachel, I'm a better watcher of video games. I do watch the IT team play Smash, and I rarely know what's happening. So yeah, I think I'm going to be really good at this, you guys. I do.
Yeah.
I feel it.
I need to go play Smash with you guys more because I love that game.
Is
Hey, and
E.T.
introducing special guest,
Kelly
Clarkson.
He's doing some
Okay, this
audio.
was so funny. I don't know if you saw this, Tall Brock, but yesterday, the old PS Noob wrote like the best tagline just organically, and so I asked Kelly how busy he was, and he's like, "Never too busy for you, my bestie," and he went downstairs and voiced the most perfect thing you've ever heard. That sounds like straight out of a. Did you see it?
I didn't know.
Straight out of a sitcom.
Mhm.
And so many people in Discord were like, "Is that AI? Did AI say that?" I'm like, "No, it's Kelly."
Which is actually a little insulting, to be honest.
Can
I
we
don't wanna
hear it?
sound like AI.
I'm
Can
trying
we
to
hear
find
it?
it? I can't remember where we shared it. It's in Slack, but I got to find it.
And I don't think people actually know Kelly's backstory.
No, I don't have a
His backstory, like
Yeah.
the AI character.
Yeah, his origin story.
I don't think we know what that is.
Can we
well,
pretend
yeah, he's
like-
like
No,
5,000
No,
years
we're gonna
old.
tell it. We're gonna tell it.
We
He is
don't.
5,000
We
years
don't
old.
have time. For
Yeah,
a
we totally have
backstory.
time. There's 4 minutes. I've got plenty of time.
How about I write a script about that character? We'll bring it back.
Do it.
He's
I
going
got
to be the main villain of the Halloween video this year.
How did Kelly become?
He gets corrupted.
Nice.
I actually
yeah.
like that.
Oh, I'm hearing stuff.
What? What is that?
It's Kelly.
It was just somebody in Discord wanted that produced. I'm like, okay, and it's intended to be cheesy, and so I'm like, yeah, sure.
Oh,
I love
no,
that.
was there
Andrew
no
said
audio
they
on
can't
YouTube?
hear it on YouTube.
Let me see if
Maybe
I
try
can
it
change
again.
that.
We could hear it. Sorry, we
Okay.
thought you guys could hear it.
Let me
We're
try it
all
again.
just sitting here quietly, just smiling at each other.
This season on PDQ,
Why am I?
Andrew the Big Plabowski gets nicer. Terabyte makes her snark quota for the month.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
And
Oh my gosh. VMix hates me.
Anyway,
That's pretty
it was
great.
good.
Like-
you should find it in Discord if you haven't seen it.
it's
You should send that to me. I want to use that. I want to put
By
that
the way,
in the video.
I think it took him, I don't know, 4 seconds. He went downstairs, he came back, he was done.
That's
Really?
crazy.
Yeah.
That's a professional right there.
Well,
Seriously.
Kelly did that every day, multiple
To
times a
make
day
like
for a long
god tier
time.
content like that in a matter
Oh.
of seconds. I mean,
That's the
God,
grind, though. That's like 25, 100 years? How long were you
Yeah.
on radio?
yeah.
I think 77 years
It's
in
the
radio.
10,000 hour rule, guys. Like he became a master long ago.
I started when Marconi started. So,
Marcel, you haven't found the Easter eggs. I think Drew committed and
I mean, I did.
Talbrock to maybe do some better lighting so you can have a not for the show. Sorry, I didn't mean to say better lighting. I mean some
A tight shot.
brighter lighting so you could find them better. So don't worry, we haven't
is that
forgot.
still a thing? Are we still giving away swag for that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it is like, it's pretty in the background and definitely pretty like
Very
dark intentionally.
Yeah.
I mean, and you too could win some PDQ socks.
Yeah, look at those.
Look at that bright leg.
Oh yeah, show your socks. Wait, you're blinding me with your legs. I can't
thank
see.
you. Yeah, wait,
Bring it back
orange,
in. Bring it back in. There it
you
is.
go.
PDQ.
Those
There
are
they
yeah,
are.
those are some good socks. The floppy socks.
hey,
Oh yeah.
we just reached 3,000 members on Discord. Yeah.
What a day.
Huzzah! That's great.
Well done.
I don't know what Alex is saying, Talbrock. Could you please tell me what that means?
I don't know that
Oh,
one. Katamari Damacy.
Must be a game of some sort.
Yeah.
Is that-
Yeah, I know what that is. It's
Okay.
The name sounds familiar, but
pretty bizarre game where you're like playing this rolling ball that like goes through, and I don't even know how to explain it.
oh, what are those strange physics games like the toast one?
Yeah, it's kind of like that, I think.
Where you've got to like climb your way back.
You
to,
got
like,
8
the
seconds,
plane.
by the way. So
Oh.
8 seconds.
start a long story.
Okay. Once upon a time, a little baby Kelly started in radio.
Perfect. Bye bye.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to PDQ Live. I'm Tara, and this is not Josh.
Pale Josh.
This is Pale Josh. This is Brockstar. Thank you so much for filling in today, Brock.
You might recognize a smolder from the intro.
I did. Oh, that's right. I love your little guy. Do you know it's on my office wall? No.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, that's not creepy, right?
Not creepy.
I
at
know
all.
it's totally.
I mean,
fine.
it's kind of expected here.
Yeah,
but
it totally is. It's totally expected. Okay, what are we doing this week, Brock?
we got some news. We're going to be places.
Are we?
We are.
We're in
And-
some conference. I think it's in Alabama. It's in Point Clear, Alabama, in fact. Okay, it's at GMIS Meets, which I'm actually more confused by that title.
Yeah, General Management Information Sciences. And I'll tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
If you are in need of a good hug, definitely go because Hanks will be there.
Yes.
And that's the type of hug that, like, I mean, you're going to get your back cracked.
You are. Well, Hanks and Calbert, if you want to play pickleball, Calbert's there.
Definitely. Yeah. If you're looking for a pickleball partner, Calbert is your guy.
It's August 25th to the 28th. So we looked up the website, and you just got to click on it because it's kind of funny.
I love the graphic. Yeah.
Yeah.
They crushed it.
Look, the first thing I thought of, and I'm old, so you don't get it because you're not as old, but this is like Eyes Wide Shut to me. I don't know what kind of conference this is, but it looks pretty fun.
You know, I'm a fan of the opera guy, so I dig it.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway,
IT's wide shut.
Thank you, Tall Brock.
yeah, Tall Brock, thank you. If you're there, yeah, go check it out. Should be fun, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We started something in Discord this week, and I love the fact that even before we announced it, everybody was all over it. That was my favorite thing. You may have noticed I love to spend time in Discord, and weirdly, I get paid for it.
A little
That's the
bit,
funny.
yeah.
A little bit.
This
yeah.
is your dream job for
It's
sure.
my dream job. I love to meet our customers. I love to get to know them. We have some really amazing customers, just some fun
We
people.
do. Yeah.
And what I wanted to find out this week was I wanted to hear about their trauma.
Because what else would we bring up
What
other
else?
than your trauma?
No, if you've been doing IT for a while, you've got some stories. You've got some hard times that you've been through, right?
You might say you've got some tickets from hell.
Yes.
Tickets from hell.
All right, so we wanted to share some. Will you just click on my tab for me?
Sure will. Which one
We had
at?
so many to choose from. I just went through and picked some that, I'm not going to lie, made me laugh. It's all about laughs for me. So I'm going to read them to you. You ready?
I mean, other people's pain brings you pleasure for sure.
It really does, yeah. So we're going to do our little IT therapy session as I read these to you. So these first two are from Old PS Noob. So ready? When we implemented our MyTel phone system, we had one user who didn't know her phone number. It's on the screen on the phone. And called me and gave it to her. She then proceeded to take a ballpoint pen and carve it into the display directly over her extension button that had the same number. She didn't like it when I told her the phones cost $600 and it'd have to come out of her check.
I love that old threat, like, oh, this is coming out of your check. But, you know, it works, but I don't think anyone's ever actually done that. I don't know.
I don't know. I wish you did. The funniest thing is, if you've ever used a MyTel system, not only is the extension right there on the display, there's a directory. Just pull up the directory.
Right.
There.
I would have walked in and just stolen her pens and be like, you don't get access to these anymore.
Right. No more pens for you. So I love that one. Okay. Next one. Do you have the CD?
I do.
Okay. This one's funny, but I'm going to give this person a little bit of a break because they maybe were old. We had someone from town come in the early 2010s asking for the internet to be put on a CD.
It's like, what are you even asking for? I think they were asking for this.
I think so too. Remember?
AOL
Yeah.
on a disc. I used to get those all the time.
Yeah, I did
I just
too.
used them as frisbees, but
I mean, yeah, remember back in the day? But yeah, it's hilarious. Okay, next up, we scrolled down just a little bit. Next up, we have Alex N., our favorite engineer. A former colleague had an issue when supporting a 3D printer. The prints kept failing. The customer was filling extra space in the bed with a small figure of a rabbit. It was a bad STL ruining the print. The client's response when asked about it, "Don't worry about the rabbits."
I love that. Just don't worry. Don't ask about them. Don't worry
look at
about them. They're just there.
I love that one too. Okay, next we have X Androv. Funny, reminds me of a ticket I was working on for network down. Half the office, no internet or phones. I was working in the IT closet, which is adjacent to a conference room. Someone comes in and tells me I need to leave for an hour because 1 to 2 is meditation in the conference room, and they can't have anyone in the adjacent room making any type of noise.
I would have loved to seen that complaint go to HR.
I would have loved that complaint come to me because my response would not have been nice.
No, absolutely not.
No.
That's when
Yeah.
you start making more noise.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to hammer, but I'm going to hammer.
Yeah, I would have said meditation's canceled today. Get out. Get out now.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, this is Katie. Her username is, I don't know how to say it, E-Tech maybe. Katie used to work here, for those of you that don't know.
Katie's awesome.
Katie's awesome. I love this one. Outside equipment coming into the office. The Wi-Fi is bad by my desk, so I brought this wireless end router I used to use at home, and now the internet's down and it won't work at all. Wait, why are you throwing it in the trash?
I mean, it works at home. Why wouldn't it work in the office, you know?
I actually really want to say, I want to see Austin's face if someone did that here.
Yeah.
I really do. Okay, next one from Katie. I really like this one a lot. This is a good one. And we ask about making house calls. If anyone is nice enough to do that. I use the word nice. I didn't really mean nice. I made 2 house calls as a young, naive, idiot girl before I put my foot down and told my boss I wasn't up for it anymore. One was to a double wide of a retired Marine in Goshen, thank you, who told me about how he was armed to the teeth in case the people needed to uprise and overthrow the government. Always a good sign. He offered for me to join them in the event of a nuclear winter and told me that he had a stockpile of grenades. Did I want some? He also demonstrated how he could speak to and understand his cat.
I mean, hopefully she accepted the offer. I don't know how you turn that down.
I asked her that. I'm like, and where'd you put the grenades?
Yeah, exactly. You don't pass up that kind of offer.
There's so much crazy in that one. I don't even know where to begin.
You know, here's the thing: is my worst thing wasn't a ticket, and I don't even know if this was my worst thing, but it was always the help desk calls, because those were like the emergency, hey, stuff's hitting the fan. And I remember one time that our fire suppression system hadn't been tested in a while, longer than it should have been. Anyways, this was in somebody's office. They had a sprinkler above their desk, and the thing just gave out. And so their office was literally just flooding. Oh. And so we get the call. We run over there, and literally it's just like flooding in her office. We're grabbing as much computer monitors, keyboards, mouse, computer. We try to grab everything. And I'm literally like, I've got the monitor back at like our office, and I'm just pouring water out of these things. Crazy enough, though, the monitors worked. Like, they were drowned in water, and like we just let them sit for like a week, and we turned them back on, and they worked.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is a good thing to differentiate. An IT emergency and a user IT emergency, very different things.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right. Will you scroll down just a little bit for me?
Yeah.
I think I might have one more. Okay, yeah, I like this one a lot. This one's funny. This is from Methamphetamines. Oh, man, I wish I still had the old ticketing system from a bachelor's computer ed instructor. That's important. Bachelor's computer ed instructor complaining that he downloaded more RAM, but it wasn't showing up in his computer properties.
Classic. I mean, I don't know what went wrong there.
Nothing. I mean, that's priceless. So I love this new thing we're doing with these. Please keep putting your nightmare tickets or your funny tickets in that channel in Discord. I'd love to keep talking about this in future webcasts. I love this.
Yeah, we'll
my
keep
favorite.
this going.
Yeah, let's keep it going.
All right, you ready for some quick tech tips?
Yes. What are you going to show us?
Let's do it. All right, everybody, we are going to show you some of the newer features inside of PDQ Connect. Now, these aren't brand new, but they've only been in there maybe a month or two. And if you didn't hear about them and you didn't go out of your way, you may not have noticed that they were added to the product. So we're just going to show them off really quick here, and we are going to start over here in packages.
We're in Connect, right?
We are in Connect.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so we've got our packages here, and you can see I'm going to go to Putty right here. Now you can see that this is a PDQ package. If I click into here, this is going to show me the different versions of the package.
Okay.
If I click on this version number, you can see in here, it's a PDQ package. I can't edit any of this stuff. I can't take credit for somebody else's work, unfortunately. Even if you come down here to like the terminal window, nothing, I can't do anything. But luckily, we added a duplicate package feature inside of Connect. You can see right here, Putty 2 is created. Go over here to packages. And instead of searching for it, let's just have it come to us. Putty 2, right there. Now if we click into it, you can see that
All Brock all the time.
Yeah. So I can take credit for this. I can go here. I can edit this any way I want to. Now, this is great, especially for people that have a large amount of packages. You know, some people use our products and they just kind of rely on the PDQ packages, which is great.
Yeah.
Totally endorse that. But if you do create a lot of packages, maybe you have packages, but it's just you just got to change the installer. Everything else remains the same. Just go through, duplicate those packages, and you're rolling.
Okay.
Okay.
Do me a favor, hit F11 real quick.
Ooh,
Just because they're already commenting why isn't our default. Hush. All right, so speaking of this, speaking of Chrome, they just brought it to my attention. I know we made some changes to the automation since Chrome updates every 17 seconds. Can you talk to us about automations?
Automations have changed a little bit, and this is a really good change. So if we come in here, we go to create automation. We're just going to call this Chrome Pilot. All right, packages, Chrome. All right, now the cool thing here is we've added this automatic trigger.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to read through these real quick, but I mean, just go on your own time, look at the automatic trigger. This will tell you what it does. So whenever you first set up this automation is going to kick off right away. When a device joins a group, either manually with a static group or automatically with like a dynamic group, whenever a device joins a group that is part of this automation, that automatic trigger is going to kick off again.
So when would I use this? When would be a good use case for this automatic trigger?
This is really good. So I named this pilot for a reason. So if I pull up my pilot group here, this is really good for like pilot groups, especially because this last option here is when packages are automatically updated in PDQ Connect, they immediately fire off. So no waiting for like, hey, let me wait for a week before, this is great. And if you want to roll those dice and just immediately add new products to your computer, great. Okay. But, always do it to like a small group of test users first.
So Brock, just quick, CM has a question about duplicated packages still retaining the core automated package updates.
No, I do not believe so.
Okay.
So yeah, once you duplicate that package, it's just like a custom package. It won't automatically update to the newest version, I believe.
Okay.
So.
All right. So then do we want to talk about disabling these automations now?
We do. So, and this is really cool. This is just a super helpful like little feature. If you've got an automation, say you've got like a buggy patch that was released and you don't want it going out to your devices and maybe those devices are already set up on an automation, you could come in here and just, are we expanding our tech toolbox?
No.
Oh, all right.
Not yet. Misfire. Misfire.
Fat
No
fingers.
worries. All right, so you can just come in here real quick and just disable an automation just like that. And that's great because then you don't have to dive into the automation and actually like change the schedule.
Yeah.
You don't have to delete it and recreate it. You're just like, hey, I need to put a pause to this. Let me just disable it and then re-enable it whenever
That's
you're ready.
nice. I like that. So that's pretty quick.
Last thing I want to show, and this thing is in the way, so I'm going to hope that works.
Get it out of the way. We don't want to do it right now.
All right, down here in settings, if you go to bandwidth here.
Bandwidth, yep.
Now,
that's why mine were so slow yesterday. Oh my gosh, Brock,
yeah.
you. Okay,
all
go
right,
ahead.
so the bandwidth feature is super cool. If you have, maybe you've got a rural site and they're still on like DSL or something, which is unfortunate, but maybe you just need to really limit the bandwidth usage to some certain IP addresses.
Sure.
You can totally do that here. You can come in, set an IP address, or you can do a range of IP addresses. The thing you'll want to know is that if you're using a range of IP addresses, you need to do CIDR notation.
Okay.
If you don't want to have to figure that out, just definitely Google a CIDR notation calculator and it'll do it for you.
Okay.
But anyway, so you can set your active downloads here from like 1 to 10, I believe. Okay. And we've got it set to 2. And yeah, Tara,
I'm going to kill you later. I was trying to run
I didn't really tell Tara that I had set this up, so she was wondering why things were going so slow because I already had this pointed at our devices here. And yeah, needless to say, what'll happen is it'll kick off to 2 devices. Say you deploy to like 4 devices at that IP address. 2 of the devices will get it. 2 of them will say staged. And as soon as the first 2 finish, those ones that are staged will then proceed to download the package.
Yeah. Okay, speed round. Tell me about new things that we have in Connect. I see a new tab in there that we have that end users might not have just yet. Or customers, I said users. Sorry. Ooh, that was rude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We've got some awesome stuff coming. You might see that vulnerabilities tab. We're not going to show it off just yet, but it is in beta.
Yep.
People do have access. If you want to know more about that, I believe you can find more info on our Discord channel. We've also got remote desktop right around the corner.
Ooh,
so if you're interested in that
coming.
as well, definitely stay tuned.
Yeah, there is a channel in Discord. Owen made it. If you want to become part of the beta for vulnerabilities, hop into Discord. It'll show you. You can learn all about it.
Sweet stuff.
All right. Thank you so much, Brock.
Before
all right,
we go on, let's do questions.
Oh, we got questions.
We got questions.
Yeah, we did have the one question. Will the bandwidth limitations allow for different throttles per IP? We have big sales and smaller sites, or big sites and smaller sites.
I don't believe that is an option yet. I think when you set those limitations, it's for all, whatever IP you list there. It's the same throttle limit for all of them. I don't know if that is on the roadmap to be changed in the future, but...
Well, hey, Owen has his email address in that channel, so ask away. Also, Brig, you're adorable. Of course Marcel's part of the beta. That's the cutest thing you've ever said.
Yeah. Marcel is the beta.
Marcel is the beta. All right, Brock, I'm going to take you to my favorite place. Everyone knows this is where you go to hide from users. It's very cold here. Bring a jacket.
Oh, I know what we're talking
We're
about.
going to go to the server room. Okay. We, as you know, I like to hang out in Discord.
Oh, obviously.
I know, shocking, right? I love to get to know our customers. It's fun for me. And I actually can't believe I get paid for it.
It is pretty cool.
So we wanted to kind of spotlight one of our favorite customers and learn about what products they use and why they get into IT, what's wrong with them, and what makes them tick.
Cool.
So we decided to talk to methamphetamines this week. Our very first customer today is methamphetamines. Can I call you Mr. Meth?
Sure.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure to be here.
No one is ever going to guess why I wanted you to be the first guest.
I can't guess why you want me to be the first guest.
Oh, you the animals! Come on! You historically were a farmer and are a farmer of sorts, but you got into IT work because...
Yeah, when I
usually
was
where
going
we
through
say.
high school, programming really spoke to me. I
say,
loved
if
it.
you
I
smoke-
wanted to do it professionally. Officially entered the workforce as a software developer in 2006, and it took me about 4 years of doing it professionally to get jaded and not like doing it anymore. And so I moved to the sysadmin type role, I think 4 years at that institution, then moved on 2 or 3 other institutions over the next couple of years and landed where I'm at now at higher education, where I've been for a little over 6 years now. The migration to the sysadmin environment wasn't necessarily my choice. It was one of those, you're going to move to this or you're going to find employment elsewhere. So I didn't really have a choice.
I was going to say, you moved from a back-end role where you didn't have to interact with humans to a sysadmin role where you have to interact with humans.
Yeah.
Okay, not really by choice is what you're saying.
Luckily, I had good people to mentor me and get me where I'm at today.
Okay, so what are your favorite programming languages?
I cut my teeth. I know a lot of people are going to hate on this. PHP, I probably had 25 years experience, but I would say in the last 4 or 5 years, it's been PowerShell by far. That has been like the most powerful language I've had access to.
Andrew's going to be so happy. I can hear him giggling right now in my head. Which of our products do you use?
Deploy and inventory. I want to say within day one, fell in love with Deploy. I mean, that was the best thing I had ever seen. And even though it doesn't hold a candle to what it's capable of today, immediately fell in love with it. And we had a conference down in Orlando, an FETC conference, where I met the owners. Like, hey, we need the ability to install XYZ software. And within the hour, they flagged us down at the conference. Hey, we have a package for that. It's in our library. Go download it. The customer service right there, I fell in love with the company at that point.
Yeah, that sounds like Shane and Sean. And you like PowerShell with those products?
Deploy is an amazing product. Inventory, once I've started expanding its functionality with PowerShell scanners, oh yeah, I have taken off on PowerShell scanners, and we have streamlined our package management, our software updates, almost completely hands-free.
Have you been on the PowerShell podcast yet?
I have not, no.
Well, we got to make that happen now, Mr. Meth. That's next.
I've been trying to get on the Gainesville meetup, so we haven't been able to get our calendars lined up.
And so you're in education, you said.
Yes.
What do you think is the hardest thing about working in education, being in IT?
Politics.
Right. So
Politics,
I
yeah.
worked in education years ago, and I always say it's not the kids you need to worry about. It's the teachers. It's the administrators.
Just being in the South, there's a lot of good old boy
We're a minute
syndrome.
back.
That environment mixes in with politics and red tape, and no, we can't buy this because there's not a return on investment on a generator, things like that. But that's the biggest struggle.
Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time because I really appreciate you joining us. But one last question. I'm going to put you on the spot. Are you ready? What's your favorite thing about the Discord server? What should we keep doing in there, do you think?
The camaraderie is amazing. The recent mass blue screen of death across the planet was happening. People were really pulling together and trying to help
30
each other.
seconds.
That was fantastic to see. There were no arguments, no hard feelings, no frustration. It was as everyone, even if you're not affected by it, everyone was, working overtime, weekends and nights, trying to help everybody else. Just the amount of above and beyond, especially the PDQ employees, that they go through to help people out in that server is fantastic.
Back in
I
10,
love that
stand
too,
by.
that sense of community, that mentorship. Love it. All right, Matt, thank you so much. We really appreciate you talking to me.
All right. Thank you.
See ya. I mean, it was really fun to interview him, but we all know what I cared about, right?
The animals. Yeah. You don't care about people.
Exactly.
That is awesome. I love that last answer, though. I mean, that's so true about the Discord server. It's like I try to point everyone there just because, like, I see what he saw, the camaraderie, and it's just like, I mean, yeah, stuff happens in the IT world, and everybody just jumps in and helps each other out. It's crazy.
I agree.
It's so cool to see.
I agree. Okay, we have We have a lot today. My gosh, we have a lot of content today. We have a couple more things to show everybody. So
You want to show them the farm?
Oh my gosh, yeah, the farm. We want to show them the farm. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, you almost missed the
forgot.
most important
I
part.
almost forgot the most important part.
Hey, and this is apparently not a camera shy chicken. We don't have any names for any of the chickens. The brown one is Hazel. The black one out here, that is Dakota. So now the brown one is very docile, very sweet, very loving, and the black one is mean.
Okay, so I'm the black goat and Josh is the other one then, right?
Where are you at?
Oh my god, they're so cute.
Those are the 5 babies we got about a month and a half ago.
Okay, do they have names and should we name them really quick?
You can name them really quick if you want to. I have no names.
Okay, I'll think of it. We'll brainstorm that during the webcast. Oh my gosh, look at those things.
So cool.
I want to hold them so bad.
I would be so distracted. I would never get any work done.
Ever. I'd never leave
Yeah.
the farm. Ever,
Yeah.
ever. Okay, back to what we were saying. Okay, we actually have things to cover. We're going to do our favorite sysadmin tools, and we're going to start with Josh, big slacker. He was supposed to film a video, but he didn't. Actually,
Yeah.
he's not a slacker. He's
You
just
might call
very
it
busy.
our admin arsenal.
Okay, yeah, that's a better cue. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pretend like I'm Josh, but we all know I'm no Josh. No one's as smart as Josh. So his pick of the week, he loves this tool. I did find out today, though, I'm gonna just say this because it's hilarious, that Brooke, his sysadmin, recommended this to him. So pretend like I'm Josh. I'm not. Is Royal TSX. This is what it looks like. So hopefully they can share this with you. This, to me, the best way I can describe this is remote desktop or maybe like a Raritan on steroids, though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
it just gives you a way to, it does Mac, it does, of course, Windows, but you can store, if you can just click from the top there for me, Brock, you can store multiple connections.
Well, I don't know how to get back from there.
I'll just click on the sidebar. So it just allows you to save as many as you want, really. So if I wanted to save all my lab servers in here, I could save them. It also has SSH. I can do an HTTP connection. I can do a file server. I have a CLI interface if I want to transfer things that way. Thanks, Marcel. Remote Desktop Manager. It's like Remote Desktop Manager, but so much prettier and on steroids. That's what I'm going to call it. This thing's amazing, though.
Yeah, this is for when you want to connect to all the things from one single thing.
All the things, all at once,
Yeah.
all the time. And I actually am going to need this for myself now. That's what I'm going to tell Josh as soon as he comes back.
Yeah, Brooke, just consider this the request for Tara to get a license for
This
this.
is my access request right here. Okay, we got to hurry though, so I'm sorry. We're going to be really quick. I'm going to talk about mine so quickly. Mine is really old school, and it does look kind of janky, so but bear with me. I've used this a lot in a company that I worked for. I didn't tell the price of the last one. It's $50 per license of the last product,
Okay.
which seems ridiculously cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, this Friends IT, so get past kind of the janky website. I use this a lot in a company that I work for where we were acquiring big companies. It's ridiculously cheap. If you need this, it is a lifesaver. This user profile wizard, what this does is you can move computers and user accounts from one domain to the next.
Mhm.
Easy, very easily. And so how I used it, and this was years and years ago, is when we were buying radio stations around the country, we would take, because of course we're taking it from one domain, we made a new domain, we're taking that domain into our domain,
Right.
our parent domain, and we plug it in and say, okay, I only want these users from the past 6 months that have logged in, or this person's left.
Yeah.
You assume those user permissions, profiles, and you bring it all in one fell swoop. You can say drop Sacramento, bring it to this new Sacramento domain I just made. It'll take everything in a perfect little with a bow on top. It's phenomenal. And I did notice that now you can do the same thing with Azure tenants. I love it. If you know, you know. It's a great tool.
Exactly. If you've been a part of that process before, you know all the help you can get is worthwhile.
If you've ever had to stay up all night walking around, oh man, this thing is amazing.
Yeah.
Not fancy, just amazing.
I just wanted to highlight a few of my favorite power toys. These are things that, while not like, hey, super IT, that's just like all they do is just IT stuff. Is like these are just like, hey, do you want to work like more efficiently and stuff? These are some of my favorite things in here. Now this is kind of a humble brag, but I've got as my monitor at home, I've got a 42-inch OLED TV.
Oh yeah.
And so I've got a lot of real estate, and I usually have at any given time about 6 full screen windows up, and that is where Fancy Zones comes into play. This thing, like if you've never used this, it's probably not necessary if you just have like a really small monitor. It's just like, oh, it displays one screen or whatever. But if you have anything with some real estate, definitely use Fancy Zones. You can configure it however you want. Just put your windows wherever. You hold down whatever key you designate. Usually it's the Shift key, and you just drag your window, and it just locks into place wherever you've resized these windows at. So
Nice.
it makes it so easy to just organize your desktop. It's great. File Locksmith, this one is sweet. If you ever run into issues where it's like you're trying to access a file and it's locked by certain processes, you might not know what's got that file locked up. This one will tell you. That one's really good. Image Resizer, if you're dealing with images a lot. I mean, this one's super easy to use, and you can do it in bulk too. You can resize tons of images in bulk. The last one, and I actually wrote a blog about this one, Mouse Without Borders. This one is crazy how well it works. Like, this is like, I've been in IT for a long time, and I thought this was magic. I mean, if you've got like 2 laptops next to each other, if you've never heard of this software, I'm hitting the mic, sorry, Kelly. If you've got like 2 laptops next to each other and you got one mouse and you're trying to work on both devices at once, this is what you need, Mouse Without Borders. You can literally like drag and drop files from one computer. As long as they're on the same network, you can use one mouse, one keyboard and stuff across both the devices like it was one seamless interaction.
That's cool.
It is crazy cool.
I like that. And is this free?
It is so free.
And we have a package for this in Connect.
We do. In fact,
Okay.
I deployed it to this
Yep.
computer from Connect like 45 minutes ago.
Okay, love it.
Yeah, super cool.
Okay, that one. I forgot to say how much the Friends IT. I think it's
Oh, yeah, how much is that?
150. And you can do as many machines as you want. But they also have a command line interface that's the pricing's a little different. So if that's your thing, that's a little bit different prices. But
That's not bad though.
no, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
are you
that's super
kidding?
cheap.
It's amazing. Think about how long it'd take you to do it if you didn't have it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. That is it for, basic license is free. Thanks, Marcel. Okay, that's it for our sysadmin tools. Hey, Brock, thanks for coming today.
Absolutely,
I
wouldn't
had
miss
fun
it.
with you.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
that's
was
it
good.
for today.
Hey, do
Thanks
we
for
have any
joining us.
questions real quick?
Oh, yeah, do we have questions, you guys?
No,
No,
you
that
explained
was
things
it.
so well.
Sweet.
There
My
were no
Goodness,
questions.
we just crushed it.
Totally.
Wow. Okay.
You know what I want to do, right?
Don't. Oh, I will scoot away.
Okay, we won't do it. All right, you guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. Let's go to Discord after this for the after party. That's all for today. For PDQ, I'm Tara.
And I'm Brock.
Thanks for joining our webcast today. Do us a favor, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Join us on Discord and have a fantastic week.